Oh, are you like writing it out?
Yes.
Okay, well that's worth. We should work on note cards. I just always do it last minute.
Huh?
I said we should work on like topics of conversation, but I always just do everything last minute.
Yeah, me too.
We're live, by the way.
We are live?
Yeah, just for like, we're just entering in though. We're getting into the
Okay.
game. You can hear me all right?
Yes. Ian, should we do the discussion at the end or?
Oh no, I'm gonna kick that off in a second here. I think I know what you're talking about.
Alright, yeah.
So I'm gonna kick that off in a second. But I'm waiting for Steven to get up here from downstairs.
Alright.
Alright, Leaguers. It's week 10. And technically right now, these are so those of you that don't know, we do our matches and then we record them and show them the week after they actually air. So for all the people just watching the matches live, you are 1 week behind of what's happening, but for the most part, nothing actually happened. Like, we haven't battled yet this week, I don't think. Oh, wait, we actually don't. We don't battle this week because it's the mid-season bye week. So, going into next week, I'm going to try to compilate a couple exhibition matches just to display next week. We're still going to do a stream next week. It just won't be actual league matches because we're in the mid-season bye week. But I still plan on doing a stream for it, and we'll probably do some analysis during that stream too. Like, we'll talk about like what was picked up during mid-season bye week and like kind of why that was done, and maybe like hypothesize on some of the transfers that were made during the week. And then we'll get into some exhibitions and stuff like that. Zach?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Zach's here. We also have, he's downstairs right now in my house, but he's here. We have Kid Sid back, aka Steven. He's back here to this week, but he's downstairs right now. He'll be on in just a second here. So we're back to the 3 hosts instead of just the 2 this week, finally.
Finally, I get tired of talking to you.
I do get tired of talking to you, especially because you're a traitor. So let's talk about...
I've been banned from this stream like 5 times.
Let's talk about how Zachary Roselle went from... That's his last name, by the way, if you guys don't want death threats to send to somebody.
or nudes. Send nudes.
Nudes, too. Mostly dudes, though. He likes dude nudes.
I don't.
Well... Anyway, so... Zach went from being the people's champ to being the absolute villain of the league, dude. Like in one week, he went from the people's champ to the villain. He betrayed like 4 people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been
I wish Steven was here to talk about this because you betrayed him pretty bad. I'll talk about the biggest one though, which is probably your betrayal of Jay.
Jay, I'm sorry, okay?
So Jay is probably pretty salty about this. But so coming into mid-season bye week, we knew what we were gonna get, and so Zach starts talking to people. He's like, "Hey Jay, Terrakion is like really dope. Like you can do this, blah blah blah. You can do all this other shit with him. He'd fit really well in your team. Like you should fucking pick him up." And he was like, "You know what? You're right. I'm gonna pick up Terrakion." There were twofold reasons for this. One, allegedly, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it because you already did it. Allegedly, Zach was afraid of Mike picking up Terrakion, and then also he in talking about Terrakion to Jay, he was like, "You know what? Terrakion is a good pickup." So instead of just letting Jay pick him up, he went ahead and sniped Jay at midnight. So Zach actually Zach goes down in the history books for most snipes all season. He sniped Aris twice, once during Gur's drops and once during mid-season bye week, and he sniped Jay once. So 3 snipes this season. And counting, if we're being honest, it's and counting. There's still a lot of good shit on the wire.
There really is.
So we got that going on. Zach used to be a people's champ. Now he's kind of a scumbag.
You know what? I am not. This is frame. I've been framed.
I mean, I think your actions speak for themselves. So let's talk about what you did to Steven. So
I didn't do anything to Steven.
Technically, you didn't do anything to Steven, but so start of the midseason bye week, Zach messages Steven. He's like, "Hey, let me get that Pelipper. You're not gonna make playoffs anyway. So just let me get that Pelipper."
To be fair, I was pulling an Ian, and it didn't work.
Oh, and Ian, you can't just pull a me, dude. People expect it from me. I say something like that, and they're like, haha, very funny. Now let's discuss. Now let's negotiate. You say something like that, and they're like, fuck you.
I don't know what you're doing. I think I need a second opinion from Steven. That's downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been downstairs for a while. Anyway, I want to talk about something while we wait for him. So, William and Arise's match this week was a little fucking shaky.
I'll let you talk all about this.
Yeah, so, they have their first night of matches. They actually had to have 2 nights of matches. In the first night of matches, they disconnected 3 times. So that's all. First of all, there were clearly internet connection problems, but also it's a little suspicious on both players' part. Not that either of them did anything, but I'm not accusing anybody. I want to be clear about that. I'm not accusing anybody of purposefully disconnecting, but there's an idea that like when you do disconnect. This is why we had this ruling during the middle of the week. When you do disconnect from a match, you have to lead. You literally have to lead the same Pokemon that you led and have the same team that you had. It's just fair. It doesn't matter if it's that day. It doesn't matter if it's the next day. It doesn't matter what. If you guys had disconnections and you didn't, like, if you're suspicious of your opponent purposefully disconnecting, like, bring it before the other players. That's fine. Like, if you have suspicions of suspicious activity, like, bring that to the other players. That's fine. But, like, if you have a disconnect and you both agree that it was a legitimate disconnect, etc., you have to lead same Pokemon and you have to lead or bring the same team. That just is how the league works. It's not fair, especially if you get into like far into the match where one player was clearly winning and the other was losing, and then you have a disconnect and it becomes unclear of what exactly happened. Like, if you have a match like that, you literally have to lead the same shit. You don't have to do the same moves. Once you start the match, you can change it up however you want, but you have to lead the same Pokemon and you have to lead the same, or bring the same team. That's just how it is. Going forward, that's how it's always going to be, unless you have some reason to discuss with the council of like elders or whatever. You can bring it to the other players, but going forward and establishing in general, even though it was already kind of established, always same Pokemon, same leads, no matter what. It's just not fair to any of the other players. So, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna input, like, when you change up your squad or you change up your leads, even, it's like, you know, like, if your opponent was, you know, like, already has information privy to what was gonna happen, that gives you a biased, like, advantage.
Yeah, it gives both players a chance
to I do this.
Yeah, it gives both players a chance to take advantage of, especially if one player was assuming that the other player was gonna lead the same and bring the same, and then they don't, which is something that did happen in this week with Arise and William, where like they had their 3 disconnects, and then the second day Arise brought a totally different team, and William tried to disconnect from him because he didn't expect him to bring all that different team. but then I guess they came to some personal agreement that it was okay or whatever. But in the future, doesn't matter what your personal agreement is. You bring the same Pokemon and the same leads. That is how this works. I'm sorry. That's part of the agreement of being a participant. Like, if you have disconnections, unfortunately, same Pokemon, same leads.
Yes.
Sorry. It doesn't matter if you're going to lose because you fucking predicted your opponent wrong. But give me 1 second. I'm going to get... Zach, why don't you talk about some of the pickups that happened during midseason bye week? I'll be right back.
Okay, so we're as we're getting down to the season, we're getting a lot of different like wire transfers and trades going on. So I'm just gonna kind of like discuss briefly like what happened this week. We have our midseason wire, and Mike drops Hawlucha and Turtonator for Jirachi and Mienshao. And this is pretty interesting because Turtonator was something those are both Pokemon we haven't seen very much of from Mike. So it's pretty interesting to see what he does with these two. And he also traded Tyranitar for Gigalith. Now this was a huge move on his part because, you know, it's Tyranitar and Gigalith. They have the same abilities, but definitely different options. Gigalith is a lot slower than Tyranitar, so maybe there's like some Trick Room shenanigans going on there, or it helps win the Weather War. The slower Pokemon, you know, has the overriding weather. We also see that Mike traded Jalen Helios for Electrode. So that's a little interesting.
Did you get that other beer for me?
I dropped the Roland Raichu for
Babe, can you
and
bring me a beer to the stairs?
Beer to the stairs. Zachary.
Rock and Ribombi for Scizor and Volcarona. He also
I
traded.
asked will you comes with the implication of a please. Because
Zachary,
it asks
hello?
you if you're willing to.
What?
Hello.
What?
Listen.
Please.
All right. This Aerodactyl ain't gonna do shit against this team. I don't even know why William brought Aerodactyl. It's a
I don't
worthless
even know
fucking
why we're
Pokemon.
talking about this. I thought we were talking about the wire trades and transfers that went on to the league.
Oh, my apologies. I came in late. Continue.
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
talk about the team that was brought, first of all. I'll bring that up later.
First, he's not going to make playoffs, and then he just, you know, goes on a tangent about something else.
Oh yeah, dude! I should bring
Are you
up
talking
that
about Will?
I should bring up that picture. So today I was in my job. I work at Target, and I just saw a Magic 8-Ball, and I shook it a couple times, and one of them said "Outlook not good," and I posted it to the league, and I said, "Magic 8-Ball will make playoffs."
Will make the playoffs.
But so he did have a decent strategy for this team, but you were talking about pickups, right?
Yeah, I was just actually talking about yours.
Oh, mine.
You see, like, you dropped Lycanroc and Ribombi for Scizor and Volcarona.
Mm-hmm.
Volcarona is literally Ribombi 2.0, but better.
Yep.
And Scizor is just Scizor.
Well, at least what I was using Ribombi for.
Right.
Okay.
You also trade Jay Entei for Zavali, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And that was a mutually beneficial trade.
Sure.
Because he gets a big legendary that's bulky. I get almost a pseudo legendary that can be anything.
That's definitely not a pseudo legendary, but alright.
I said almost a pseudo legendary. It's off by like literally, what's 6 times 5? 35 points.
That's a lot of points.
Overall, not really. Like 5 per stat.
Blah 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 blah. Come on. Okay, so we got Jay drops Miss Magius and Drampa from Metagross and Suicune. I was actually a little surprised about that. We just saw Drampa and Miss Magius added to his team that week, and then he just dropped them. But
Oh yeah. I guess I talked to him a little bit about the trample one. He said he couldn't really think of what to do. I was thinking Cloud9 Drampa was really cool on his team because he could do his team's so neutral weather that with Cloud9 Drampa he could basically be anti-weather.
Mm-hmm. And that would be a really strong strategy going forward for him.
But He dropped him, so we don't know.
Yeah. So he trades Aris Como for Weezing. He finally got his Weezing back.
Yeah, that happened today.
Como literally has been passed around more than any other Pokemon in this league, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a statistical fact?
Probably.
More
I
so
think
than
it's
the
like
save
4
throw.
transfers so far.
So Jalen drops Abalug and Delphox for Infernape and Rhyperior.
Delphox is interesting, but those were good pickups.
Infernape is amazing. I really wanted to pick up Infernape, and I was going to before I picked up Terrakion, but then...
Dude, literally nobody else. We thought, we talked about it. We were like, nobody's going to pick up Infernape. Like, nobody's going to pick up Infernape. The one person who would pick up Infernape would have been Jalen, and he did.
Yeah. I'm not hating on it. I mean, you know, that was accurate.
He's got a good team, though.
Yeah.
Here's hoping we see Jalen beat Will.
I mean, that's probably going to happen, but then Will's going to beat you, and I'm going to collect my $10.
No.
Dang. I don't think that's gonna happen. You think it will?
I think it is. I think it is.
I'll bet you 20 that it doesn't happen.
Whoa. Whoa.
You lose 30. You lose 30 if it doesn't happen.
So Steven, we had a small scuffle, and now you're going to try and bet against me?
No, man. I was just.
I don't think it was small. I think you insulted my man's whole chances to get to the.
I just dealt him the Ian special.
Listen. When you said what you said, I was a little salty. I've let that go. I've moved on. But that doesn't mean by any means I'm not gonna give you shit about it. So let's just clear the air there. Number 2.
I'm just saying.
Them gummy bears. Hang on, he's chewing gummy bears.
Them gummy bears. Number 2. You trying to make a bet? That's how you start off every
I think Will has this.
moment.
Come on, man. You work at a casino.
Right?
Like, you can't make a bet.
You should already know that.
After seeing people lose thousands and thousands of dollars every day, you get really desensitized. Dude.
So you're not sure of your bet?
No,
we're
I
not
am.
sure that
I
Will
think
is going to
Will is
take
a
it.
solid player. I think Will has proven time and time again that he's very.
I think we need to go ahead. And say we're banning all coaching, and any coaching that's found will be punishable by a DQ.
Who do I say
Wait.
up to?
Does that count? Does that count ones that like have a match involving betting?
Almost especially.
Okay, so back to the wire trades and transfers. We have Jalen.
Bitch.
Changing the subject.
You better run.
He trades Aris Blissey for Doug Trio. So Aris now has a Doug Trio as that revenge killer.
That's a good one.
Yep. Aris drops Crabominable and Fortress for Tapu Fini and Volcanion. Volcanion is going to be a beast, especially with his Sparkle.
And you got Tapu Fini.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Damn.
Will drops Regice and Palossand for Beartick and Diggersby. So that's gonna
Diggersby
be
is a beast.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really good one for him. I'm definitely seeing see what he does with both of those, because Beartick has also Slush Rush like my Sand Slash, so you know we can see some pretty interesting games from Will coming up in the future.
I feel like he's weak to fire.
I mean that just comes with Hailage in general. Yeah.
I feel like I'm strong with fire.
No shit, you have like 3 of them.
So I feel like fire probably gonna win.
No.
It's a bad bet.
Let's not talk crazy. We got Jordan. He drops Lurantis for Hitmontop. Hitmontop got that Intimidate. Hitmontop gets access to a lot of good priority moves, and I think he gets Fake Out. Probably.
Him on top, yeah.
Yeah. And he also gets actually Rapid Spin too. Now that I think about it, so he can get rid of them.
We're not worrying about hazards this round.
Well, I mean, for him, it's good because all he does is switch to get his Intimidates off and his Fake Outs.
Are you talking about Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he does have like the most weather of any team.
Yeah. So that'll be a good one for him. Steven drops Delmize and Toxapex for Nidoking and Lapras. Nidoking is a really Nidoking is a really scary Pokemon. He's got sheer force and got all those good moves all around. Lapras is an interesting one, but you know, I'm not really too afraid because I think Steven isn't gonna make it. So.
Oh my god! What a dick!
Double gut.
What?
N-I double gut.
Whoa! Watch the subtilation.
Is that racist?
You know what?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and kick this match off. We've been stalling.
See,
You
I
ready?
told you, Ian. That's another $5. You owe me $5. We bet on this.
You ready?
Yeah.
All
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa, wait.
Oh my god!
Wait, I'm not super ready.
Well, I asked you if you were. You said yeah.
I thought you were ready to like discuss it.
No, I'm not trying to discuss these teams because we already discussed that there was a lot of changes that happened.
Okay. Alright, just give me a second though.
Sure.
Alright.
So while we wait for the unprofessional member of the commentary group,
Watch how you talk about the people's.
Man.
Watch how you
Get him
talk
outta
about
here.
people's camp like that. Because that's what I am.
I think that you and Steven are the only people watching the stream, so it's just us three right now.
Well, God bless. We are the best.
Yeah, I should change the fucking song.
I don't know why this is fucking. Son of a bitch. Because I used here, I got this. I used my Firefox and downloaded it instead of Chrome. So
Fucking gummy bears, man. So, I want to talk a little bit about Haribo gummy bears. Probably the best gummy bears that are around.
Bro, I'll tell you what. It'll get your mouth wet.
Whoa.
You will salivate.
If you ask your girl what that mouth do though, and she's sucking on a Haribo, you better know.
Mm.
You better know.
Shout out to Sour Haribo gummy bears. We don't have them today, but they're an option. And you know what? I feel like that's a good option.
Alright, you guys are gonna have to give me a second.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so also, Sierra Nevada. Hop Hunter IPA. We've got the distilled hop oil IPAs going on tonight. It's tasty. I think 55 IBUs. Let me see.
Hop Hunter IPA was the first beer to feature oil from wet hops distilled directly into
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, that's basically hop dabs. If you're familiar with dabs at all in the marijuana sense, it's hop dabs.
My man just went on the screen. He saw it. He just did the fucking.
If you guys are familiar with the 2016 Panthers, then you might be familiar with the dab. And you might be familiar with how that tastes.
This part right here, this part is flat.
What do they call that? I feel like there's a name for it.
This is the elbow. This.
There's a name for the inside of your elbow. What is that? Epidermis,
Alright.
but no, that's not it.
Whatever.
Alright, so we're ready.
You know Obama. You'll fucking Trump.
I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Shut up. Yeah, nobody can figure out what the inside of an elbow is called. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. 1, 2, 3! Leading off, we got William versus E-Ray Bless, and we got the Mary Hugh and the
E-Ray Blitz coming out with the Shining Stars, and we've got an Obama Smo lead and a Dugong.
I'm here to settle, man.
Crazy. Did you? Oh, I heard like a fucking moped that's just dying out. Smeargle and me.
So Mimikyu's gonna go ahead and lose his disguise to Hail.
That's shitty.
Fake out King Shield. Bad move. Go ahead and Z Splash.
Yes, it
Thing is, Reese basically understood at the beginning of this match that if he went ahead and started leading his stat boosts, there was nothing that Will was going to do. And that is the reason that you keep same opens and same Pokemon. And if your opponent refuses, you take them before the other players.
Like, look. I have to summon Zach.
We discon. We gotta fucking use same open, same Pokemon.
Well, I thought that was already mentioned in the previous.
It was, but there was apparently some miscommunication where some people thought that if it wasn't the same day, you didn't have to bring the same Pokemon or something. It was just whatever it wasn't true.
Speaking of which, had Jay gone through with that trade?
I don't know.
Did he rename?
Oh yeah, traded the Coma. I wish that Aerodactyl would come off of Will's team though.
He's not getting that much to anybody.
He just sucks on his team. Like Aerodactyl does nothing for him.
I just wish I could get that Pelipper.
Ma'am, you.
No, Pelipper's not going anywhere. You weren't the first person to ask.
It's been a long time on that. You've been on your squad since the jump.
Yeah.
And a Mongo. In Megazone. Okay, so we haven't talked at all about this match, mainly because it's suspect. But Dugong's not doing so hot. Gigalith's not doing so hot. Reese had advantage due to his not following the rules. For sure. But according to reports, Will had actually been winning the night before.
BMO. Beat.
Muddy Water is going to go ahead and not kill the Palossand, but do kill the Dugong. Palossand's going to get his compaction bonus, but at this point, that's not doing shit for him.
Where is...
Aerodactyl finally comes out. I guess Shadow Sneak kills the Palossand? No! Oh. Snowdrop brings up the Mimikyu. Free turn. Lost my lighter, guys.
I need to light a candle.
Do this. Play rough. Misses, which is weird. Giga Drain does not shit to Scrappy.
Send me those links
Facebook Messenger. We need the link to the videos. Okay. So Malamar was a decent Pokemon to bring out. I guess because of its psychic nature, it could get hit by Shadow Sneak, so that sucks. I thought that Dark was immune, but Zach?
Are you Potato?
Zach? I guess Zach left.
It's just us for the rest of the stream. Sounds good.
This is probably a mouthful of baked beans.
No. It's fire. This music is fire though.
William, bust out a Z-Move.
Now you can find me with the finest hoes, choosing which whip to drive, but what match my clothes. I'm for the stones. I'm heavy on the ice.
Continental
Sure, I got a knife, fam. Get out the line and I'm lighting your ass up. Send me all
If you guys want to speak like Japanese but say English words, just add a do to the end of every other word. Okudu budu kara surukudu.
What the fuck? This stream is literally just stream of all the simple racism. First was Stevens Hardy R, then you. This fake Japanese shit.
Well, I have a white one. Do you want to hear my white one that happened to me recently?
What?
I was, I think it's asked if I want some wine. I was like, yeah, I'll take a glass of wine. It's cool. So I go to get wine and I come back and I see that they got a plate of cheese. And I was like, oh shit, we got cheese too, right? And they're like, yeah, we fancy. And I'm just talking some shit. Mom was like, yeah, we just don't have any crackers. I was like, well, shit, we got 3 of them right here.
Oh!
Pretty funny.
It's funny because they're white.
White people.
White people.
Good times, good times. Torkel comes in, changes
I think he's lost both of his weathers now, unless Giggleth is still alive. Spore is gonna go ahead and fuck him over.
It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like.
Goddamn Mooney.
Switching music. Yeah, Moody's a real bitch, especially coupled with King Shield.
This is the year that I come in and just devastate. My style is great, action peoples cannot dominate. My rhymes are harder than
He's
last
fast
night's
asleep.
direction. Don't play me close, I have this mic up in your midsection. My shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Amping up the mic, making sure production's tight. Sometimes I might catch a severe case of riding.
This
fire,
match
but by
kinda
the
sucks.
end of the day, you'll be on my job.
Well, at least you brought the whole audio sound.
Yeah, not the what the fuck is that guy's name? Oh fuck, what is that guy's name? Sandy Gas.
My train of thought, but for so long I fought. Now I'm at a level supreme to the devil. To turn up the bass and lay low on the treble.
Paint you a picture.
Kids and you dead with the
Earthquake.
revive the tribe, nigga. The ladies
Does it kill Gastro? No, not even close.
You know what fella's good for the moolah. Don't smoke no rulers. We the men call me Slick Tip the ruler.
I don't like this match. I don't know. Just not a fan. It's a shutout.
This was not a good match.
No. Does nothing and dies, right? Not quite.
A little bit left.
Remember, he still got the special defense boost because of Sandstorm.
I didn't know that actually. Sandstorm boosts special defense.
For rock types only.
Oh, that's dope.
That's why I didn't want him to have Taraki on, because Mike with the Rocky on would have been pretty fucking scary.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. You gotta make sure you don't get any sand now.
Hey man, I'm working on it.
Shout out to everybody that's got sand. Don't give him sand.
Shut up.
Goliath goes down, and this match is decided.
Unfortunately.
We'll go ahead and skip to the next one, but pause it.
Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah, the best gummy bears. Can you turn that light on next to you? Jerry versus Kid Sid.
Alright, so we got our usual defensive core. We got Hariyama, we got Togedemaru and Arcanine. We got our Snorlax is making an appearance. We got
Been a
Hippowdon.
minute.
Yeah.
Been a minute since we've seen Snorlax.
Yeah. And we got Old Faithful President Trump. We got from Kid Sid, we got the usual lineup with Magnezone and Molgan like the Vire. He loves that squad. It needs to go. What really needs to go is Pelipper. Pelipper needs to go. He could give it to me.
Honestly, I think Pelipper's probably like the worst Pokemon on his team.
Yeah, no, I agree. He doesn't need it. He's always losing to the Pelipper. You should just give it to me.
I would want to do you such a disservice being the honest player that I am, Zach.
Call outs for being shady.
We got Sylveon. We got
Change the subject.
Right?
Elisa Pod. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Like, I think Pelipper would be, great in my hands.
So this match is actually kind of good. There are a couple moments that we'll point out that probably could have gone a little bit different, but we'll just kick it off in 3. You ready?
Nope.
Yep.
1.
No!
What? Are you doing it too?
Yes.
I mean, you can watch it on the TV.
But I can't. Not always. Shut up and let me do my thing. Alright.
1, 2, 3. And we're off. Jay versus Kid Sid, leading in Arcanine Togedemaru versus Goliath Sylveon. Interesting leads. Do you want to talk at all about what your strategy was with your lead at all since you're here?
No.
Okay, so no strategy at all.
No, because I figured that Arcanine was going to come in, to be honest.
With the fucking fake out Togedemaru.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to make use of...
I felt like this was a good move on your part, actually, when I remember it. Because you withdraw Goalie and then use Wish with Sylveon. Which I felt like maybe Hyper Voice might have been the better call, but your Wish was a good one, too.
Yeah, because, he had already used Protect or Spiky Shield. And then,
Yeah, but you could have hit that Arcanine for a little bit.
Yeah, could have.
Oh, they both Protect. Never mind.
Yeah, so it was
Wish was probably the best call.
Yeah, because he was honestly, I think he was kind of scared of that.
Or Calm Mind. Calm Mind could have worked, but you wouldn't have seen that coming. So Hippo comes out to change the weather to sand, and also to counter the Electivire possibly. And Arcanine switches. Oh, double protect into double switch. That's interesting. Hariyama's coming out to fake out some people, presumably. And Bayo goes ahead and withdraws for Gulliver to change the weather again.
Called it.
Good call on Steven's part. Changes it to Drizzle.
Strategical changes in one turn.
And then Electivire Earthquakes hitting both of Jordan's Pokemon. I bet at this point Jordan was like, uh-oh.
Not really, because with Earthquake.
Even though they're both bulky as a motherfucker.
Like after that.
Leftovers, Jesus Christ. Do you have any knockoff Pokemon on your team?
Oh shit, we got a Flame Orb on the Hariyama, so now that's gonna activate his guts. So Hariyama's gonna hit like a truck.
My bad. So right before the match,
And I called him on that too.
right before the match, I sent Jordan Flame Orb.
So waiting for my trade to happen.
I wasn't
saw that
sure
they
what he was
both
doing
just
with it.
happened to be on.
I wasn't sure what he was doing with it, and I was just like, oh, yeah, sure, take the
Do you ask
Claymore.
questions, Ian?
So
I had
that's
to withdraw the Evolga. I could have made the attack on Hariyama,
not worth it.
but and he switched out anyway. So I kind of figured this.
This is where it starts. Surf kills Hippo, right? It should. Jesus Christ. What's he got, Assault Vest? No, because he has Yawn. That's a beefy motherfucker.
Yeah, Hippo can take some hits.
Yeah, that was probably a really good call. You were probably really trying to get rid of him too.
I was. That's why I was like, we just use Surf. They just attack one of them. We just use Surf just in case.
Sometimes those like ire draws, I call them, when you like get a Pokemon on the field that you know your opponent wants to take out, you can just go ahead and protect because you can anticipate them targeting it.
See, I knew that.
Why do you have Moonblast instead of Hyper Voice?
Because remember that trade I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should still have.
Okay.
Oh, well, I could have sent you one, you know.
Bruh.
I had a Sylveon.
Yeah, because apparently you're just handing out shit.
That's another thing. Somebody else had a Pokemon that they weren't ready for this week, and I was like, oh, I could have sent you mine. Oh, Auroras. Jalen wanted to bring Auroras, and I was like, I could have sent you mine, bro.
I'm like, don't even worry about it. Decided to leave the Gulliper out there.
Because he's asleep. Yeah, that's probably a good call, though.
And then, of course, fucking...
Jan is really clutch on this Hippo right now. Jesus Christ.
And then this is what happens.
This is where it gets bad, right?
This is where it gets bad. Ah! If only I used like one more fucking...
His signature move.
This week has so many bulky Pokemon.
Dude, they just keep getting bulkier teams.
I mean, I could have chanced it and left Golia Spot out there to possibly wake up, but I was like, nah.
You might have killed the Hippo if you had targeted him with Aqua Jet.
Which in hindsight was probably the better...
That was like that was your first bad call. And the second one is, in a second here, after he fake outs, you don't target him for Hurricane. And that's your problem. So you Ice Beam him, which is dope and all, yes. But then you don't Hurricane him
I was
the
so
next turn.
salty about this shit. My man earthquaked with a snore.
Oh yeah, another thing, you didn't have the air balloon for the first time ever. You didn't have the air balloon on your Magnezone.
But I mean, he still took it, which was dope. But it sucks because he's slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Get out!
Amoga comes out. Gets the fake out. Ire.
I thought he might have switched the Hariyama on him, so that's why I went ahead and waited for the Snorlax to fucking try to do some shit. Do something with it. The Sandstorm kicked up. I was actually surprised that Thunder went through, just because with the
Sandstorm? Yeah, that was a clutch call. Again, though, you should have Hurricaned the last one. The Hippo goes down to Ice Beam finally.
Yep.
Also, Air Slash and Mulga into him would have been dope. Sleep Talk fails, which is dope.
Oh, I was happy with that.
And this is the second part you fuck up on, I think. Because Sleep Talk does fail, and I think you're anticipating a rest, right?
I can't remember, to be honest.
I think you're anticipating rest, and you don't attack Snorlax.
Yes, I think that's what it was. About Ice Beam. Yep.
Yep. So if you would attack Snorlax,
I did it.
Oh no, the next turn I guess it is.
Well, don't forget, Snorlax has probably fixed that on him, so that Ice Beam didn't do nothing.
I mean, whichever. Hurricane here. This is where the hurricane should have happened, probably.
Or just, Surf. Hit both of them.
Shut up.
You don't know
Hey.
Obama? Well, Ariana was going out regardless.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
fair. That's fair. Hey, look, you know what? I was just trying to provide commentary. Y'all didn't have to attack me like that.
We attacked. Togi Demaro. Tried to predict some sort of electric something or another.
No, Togedemaru's leading fake out.
That's the thing about Jordan's team. Jordan's team is so safe.
For sure.
So safe.
You know what's crazy about that though? Like, even for him being so safe and
Oh, God.
and him likely being the MVP of the league because he is one of the hardest opponents to go up against. He fucking is in bottom 6.
I'm curious if he meant to use Earthquake. Because it took out his Togedemaru.
I don't think he'll be in bottom 6 for very long, though.
Shut up.
What the hell? Why am I being attacked? I'm the people's champ.
Not anymore.
Wait, which people?
Yeah, everybody turned on you, bro.
Dang.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No new friends.
Everybody
no
else
new
knows what
friends,
I'm talking
no new
about.
friends, no new
Whoa, I'm being attacked.
Withdraw again. Oops. For the change to the weather.
Next up, the weather.
Ooh. I'm gonna cash it out. That was really because was actually just thinking about that.
Oh, yeah?
And when you said it, so that was really cool that you said that. Hey,
Stop. The weather.
gotta watch or listen
Today
to
over Kanto,
Night
Pelipper decided to
Night Vale.
roll by, causing it to rain for most of Wednesday.
Oh, so I'm gonna talk about something in between the next rounds, but Arcanine gets his berry off, which is cool, I guess.
Bobby has got berries for days. He's got berries for everything. I mean, it's like a snake oil seller. Berries.
Hey, I got a berry for that. I got a berry for this. What does Snorlax have on him? It's not leftovers.
Probably a berry.
I don't see him use it though. Oh, he should have had fucking the sleep one. Like, let's wake up. That would have been clutch.
One-time use. Actually, I told him. I was like, you're not
Or that
taking
that could have been a Z move, maybe.
No, he used the berry. Snorlax used the berry. Right?
That's the only thing I hate about sleep talk is that if you wake up, you're fucked.
Earthquake. Oh, such a good plan. For yours? That means I've got to get up. I'm not ready for that. That's a lot of responsibility there. Wouldn't you agree, Zach?
Yeah, I agree.
I told him, it's like, you're not taking Goliath's spot. He'll take himself out. I'll show myself the door. I know the way out.
Trump is having the final word here.
Nah, Trump didn't get no words, bruh. You got it.
Yeah, you gotta go back. Angu faints. Big O, my bad. I read it as ooh because that's how ooh is spelled in Big O in Adventure Time.
You are the adventurous ooh, and then ooh.
Alright, so general gauging of interest. Zach and I were thinking about starting like a cartoon podcast.
Yes.
Cartoon podcast.
I'm so with this.
And the cartoon podcast would be us just talking about cartoons, man.
Yeah.
And talking about older cartoons and cartoons that like we liked and crazy shit about cartoons. Like for instance, the other day, I was just, I'm gonna save this one for when Steven comes back, but just talking about cartoon stuff. Like Zach brings in this week a Pokemon that he calls Robot Jones. Whatever happened to Robot Jones, man? Like,
he kissed Bray's face and he exploded.
And so Robot Jones, I just sent you the song. Anyway, so Robot Jones is an old ass cartoon from the early to mid 2000s on Cartoon Network, and it was a dope show, along with the show Time Squad, and to a lesser extent, Sheep in the City.
Sheep in the Big City. No, Sheep in the Big City was great.
Dude, lasted maybe like 10 episodes.
No, it did not. It had like 25.
Dude, no fucking way does it have 25 episodes.
Yeah,
does it?
Look into it. Yeah.
Why? How the fuck did Sheep in the Big City make it to 25 episodes?
Dude, that show was funny as shit. I was watching it, right? And there's this one clip where it was like, they were like, so Sheep moves into the big city. He even gets a job. And then they show like Sheep sitting down and he's answering phone calls. And like, the dude's like, hello? And he's just like a sheep. He's like, bah. And he was like, are you trying to sell me a prepaid credit card? And then the sheep's like, bah. And he was just like, all right, good. I'll take 2 of them.
That's how you fucking make it in the world, man. In the real world.
It was just funny because it was just like it was like literally.
Because it was a sheep. It was a sheep, right? And you didn't really have to say anything.
It was a normal ass sheep, and it was
just
like,
a normal sheep.
Like everybody else in the show was taking the sheep seriously, but himself.
Explain the comedy.
Yeah, it was. You know what? Shut up, Ian. You don't appreciate comedy.
I didn't appreciate Chalk Zone back in the day because it was on Nickelodeon, but I do feel that it deserves a revisit because it was a Federator like cartoon, and Federator does a good job of doing their cartoons. I like them. But yeah, like, so we were thinking about doing a cartoon stream, or, just talking about it, maybe watching them together, like we do the league rematches and talking about cartoons and shit. Just for instance, I was gonna wait for Steven, but he's out of the house anyway, I don't know what he's doing. Like, I was just driving the other day, and I was like, you know what? Speedy Gonzalez was a racist caricature, but he always won. He always won. Like, every time that he was in a situation, he was coming out on top. So that's rare for the time for Looney Tunes, man. Like,
yeah,
that's a rare occasion.
Yeah,
and
the racist joke actually.
So many racist jokes, man.
But like,
I mean, if you go back to Looney Tunes, there was this one Looney Tunes set called like Merry Melodies, I think it is.
Yeah, I think I heard of that.
Super racist.
Yeah.
Super racist.
Yeah.
Painfully racist sometimes. And I'm white.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad. But no, we're talking about cartoons, and we'll get into that later. Maybe talk about the original Pokemon animated series, like that episode with Ditto was really cool.
Yeah.
And it only showed like 3 times. They only aired it like 3 times ever.
Yo, bro, I've been watching like the new series of Pokemon, like ever since like they changed like how like Ash looks and everything. I was like, well, you know what?
From Sun and Moon?
Yeah. I was like, you know what? This looks, pretty fresh. Let me give it a watch. Yo, because I haven't watched Pokemon or animated series since like Diamond and Pearl.
Yo,
like That season was fire.
X and Y was actually fire. Like X and Y, they had really good battles, like battles that legit had strategy, like strategies that you and I would be talking about.
Yeah, I think I was watching a little bit of it. I didn't watch it all the way, but I saw like
the straight up. Just watch it in Japanese. Like it kind of sucks in America.
Oh no, absolutely, I agree. Like I started watching the Sun and Moon series in Japanese.
It's
and
so
really,
much better.
Like it's so good. It's really they made it really fun.
So much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about this matchup. This is Jalen versus Mike. Jalen got his first ever win last week. We don't want to talk about it, I guess. This week he's bringing largely the same team a lot of the time. I thought he could have brought in Ninetales. Oh wait, no, he traded that to me this week. That's right.
Yeah, he did.
He couldn't bring in Ninetales, but he ended up bringing a Chlorophyll squad anyway, without Sunny Day.
But anyway, we got Mike's Lumis. He loves that thing.
I like Illumise, but I don't know how to use it. Mike obviously knows how to use it.
It has Prankster, so that's pretty cool. So we got Illumise. We got his Statland. I'm not seeing Tyranitar, so I'm going to assume this is the Intimidate Statland. I haven't watched this match yet actually, because it was kind of fucked up.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's your fault.
So we're streaming late today because I had to re-record this one for sure.
Yeah. Jellicent, we see Jellicent. We see Hawlucha for the first time before he drops it. So
that's a good point. Yeah, he did just pick it up and drop it. So sometimes you get shit like that. Like last week, I picked up Dragwood and dropped it. Like
that's what I did with Registeel.
Yeah,
I did with Registeel. I got Registeel for this one match.
That's one of the reasons that like the league format is so clutch. Is like you could pull shit like that off. It does kind of telegraph like what you're gonna do, but it also like it's just clutch. Sometimes you could just pick up one Pokemon that might not mesh with your team in other battles, but like really just fucks over somebody, and you pick it up, and then that's that. Like Draglich gave me Draglich gave me just enough like defense to basically outlast Jay last week.
All right. So we got Drapion, we got Togekiss.
Drapion's super bulky too.
Oh yeah. From Jalen's squad, we've seen Torterra, we've seen Sharpedo. Unfortunately, we've seen Exeggutor. I felt the brunt of that last week. That was disgusting.
Golem.
We see Vanilla Golem. We got Vileplume. I don't think he's played Vileplume yet. So that's interesting.
No. But Avalon comes in. I don't think he played him either, but he dropped him.
No, I was actually preparing for the Avalon, I think, at one point. But, yeah, no, we didn't see him yet either.
So, let me see what I can do here. Hang on. Alright. Cause Steven was watching it live on his shit.
So, where's Steven at now?
No, he went downstairs for something or other. I don't know how to use these. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna do it. You ready?
Yeah, let's get this on.
Alright. 1, 2, 3.
I'm liking this Christmas music right here.
It's pretty chill.
Yep. The music is definitely upgraded this week. I definitely like it.
Yeah,
we actually had somebody talking to the Twitch asking what one of the songs were.
Yeah, it was Jay.
Yeah, so
I sent him the clip of it.
Gotcha.
If you're ever curious about the music, I'll send it to you.
Oh, and then here's Stoutland's Intimidate.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you were right about that.
So I guess it's safe to assume if you see Stoutland without Tyranitar, most likely that Stoutland will Intimidate.
And even sometimes with Tyranitar, or rather, now he would use Gigalith, right?
Yeah, right.
Earthquake doesn't do shit. Speed boost goes off though, which is clutch. But what's he gonna do, man? He needs to fucking crunch this Illamuse or whatever. But he doesn't. Ah, he didn't crunch the Illamuse. Survives because of the Charty Berry. Ooh, soul searching. We're gonna skip to that.
There was no place for me to return to.
Here's the Vile
It was
Plume.
the only place I could go.
I really kind of want to see what he
Now
plans
you're
on doing with
leaving
this.
just like that.
I don't know.
If we get to see
Go
it.
away.
This Torterra is scary.
Jesus.
Doesn't do anything with me.
Psychic Fangs even.
Oh shit.
Survives, gets its hidden power off. Apparently a super effective one, like what, Rock, you think?
Maybe that's fire.
Maybe. Illamuse gets off Wish. Seed Bomb.
I'm surprised he didn't just go with the Woodhammer.
He should have withdrawn Torterra already because it has the Intimidate on it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Effect Spore paralyzes. That was pretty clutch.
Yeah. Here's this Avalug here. Now this Avalug is a bulky motherfucker.
Lord knows it. Stoutland finally comes back to survive for another Intimidate, presumably. Illamuse charms the Avalon. Woo! The harsh fall on Avalon's. The Togekiss ain't going down. Not to these two.
What are you going to do? Just throw your life away like it was nothing.
This Illumise is just tearing them up.
Don't underestimate Illamuse.
I'm going to find out if I'm really alive.
Oh shit. Got the
Encore.
Encore off.
Aura Sphere onto the Avalon, presumably. Yup.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the first time he's ever even had to use Aura Sphere on.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not gonna go down like Zach."
Yeah. Yeah.
Still doesn't kill him. Ed triggers the Citrus Berry.
God bless. This Illumise is just tearing them up.
Tearing him up. Harshly fell. This Torterra is completely useless now. Sometimes you gotta make that call, like, I gotta pull this guy back. Like, I gotta take this guy out of here. Jesus, like 5 damage?
God bless. Here's going.
And I'm assuming Togekiss comes back for an Intimidate. Oh! No, Drapion, okay. Meow, meow, meow.
Here's that Executor.
Not to do shit to this, yeah, it's a bad mashup. Did anybody get Torterra out 2017? Did anybody see or coach Aris this week at all? Or, I mean, Jalen this week at all? Like,
Probably
sometimes if you're a player and you're having trouble and you're less experienced in the battle format, man, do not hesitate to ask somebody for some advice on somebody's team, man. We all do it. Except for probably Aris, because I feel like Aris, I don't know, I just feel like he doesn't do it.
He probably talks with Mike.
He might talk with Mike, yeah, you're right.
I know Aris does help out Will sometimes.
I mean, we all help out Will. I think we all help Will out.
You kind of have to.
Yeah. No, but he has improved this season for sure. But I'm looking. He said he wants to make playoffs this season and then finals next season. And I said, you're not making playoffs this season, man. The 8-ball spoke.
Yeah.
Ilmuse survives by like 2 HP. That's brutal.
Here's that Hawlucha.
Here to do what?
Oh! It's a shiny Hawlucha. I love shiny Hawlucha. Actually caught one of my XY run through like years ago.
Dude, I hatched a shiny Scizor and Scyther and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Released it.
You're an idiot.
I was pissed. I did get Jay to help me out with some Pokemon last night. He leveled them up to 100 and gave me some bottle caps for them.
Here's the full powered Sky Attack.
Oh, that's a rare. That's a rare coming ups. Yo, did he use the berry that automatically triggers?
The herb, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope, dude. One turn Sky Attack, dude. That's something to look out for. He dropped that though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yo, Hawlucha's pretty badass, man. I might need to pick that motherfucker up.
Yeah, I love Hawlucha.
My season 2 box is almost full. I got 5 slots left. So I always keep all the Pokemon that I make for all my seasons in like one box. So my season 2 box has 5 slots left, and that is including I have an extra. Okay, so Mike won that one. I have an extra of 2 Pokemon. I have an extra. I'm not gonna say who they are, but I have an extra of 2 Pokemon. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is the last 2 matches. That was only the second match. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, y'all been talking.
Oh no, we still got one more match.
I'm saying. Hello. So we'll just wait. Oh, okay. We just watched this one. I skipped somehow to the wrong one. So we're going to your match, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Jay versus Zach.
Who is that? Reggie what? Reggie what?
Reggie Steele.
Reggie Steele. It was interesting to see him this week.
Picked him up. We talked about that. He picked him up for 1 week.
And then dropped him.
What'd you say, Ash? Aww. Probably Reggie Rock.
Reggie Rack.
But
We started this off.
yeah, Reggie still put in some work this week.
Yeah, fuck Slowbro though, for real.
Why?
Look at the Twitch chat.
Yo, what? Yo, Jay, how could you betray me like this?
Yo, Jay betray you? You betrayed Jay.
I have never betrayed Jay. Jay loves me.
No, Jay hates you, man.
No.
Got some bad news for you, man.
That's
You made some enemies in these last 2 weeks.
Bad news.
That is
bewares.
inaccurate.
I'll tell you what, man. There's players currently who are in the bottom of the pool conspiring against you.
Whoa, whoa.
So what? Bad news bewares, exactly.
Bad news bewares. That's a good name for a team, dude. Damn, that would have been a great name for a team.
But
Bad news bewares.
I tried to get a beware.
I think Jay's team's name is actually Big Apple Bewares.
The Big Apple bewares, but not Bad News bewares. It's a play on Bad News Bears.
Come on,
Yeah.
get it together.
I don't know if you got that.
I did,
Like,
but
to
like,
gag.
Have you seen that movie? It's a movie about a sports team.
yeah, I know.
You ever see Field of Dreams?
Yes.
Okay, so going into this match, this is the best match of the week. That's why I saved it for last. We do have. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about this. I gave advice to both players on the side of this match this week, and I'll be straight up. I didn't sell either of them up the river. Like I was like Jay was like, I think he's gonna use ice. And Zach was like, should I use ice? And I was like, yes. And then I was like, Jay, I think he's probably gonna use ice. Fucking.
You told me up the river.
I didn't really sell you up the river because when he said I think he's gonna use ice, I said yeah, I think he is too, and then you said you were gonna use ice, and then I was like, if you use ice, you should lean into it. And so I was on both sides of the board, and that's why this is probably the best match of the whole week. So every match except for Jalen's was 16 rounds this week, and then Jay and Zach's is 17 rounds. It's 1 round longer, but it is a really sick match. So he brought the Miss Maggie's for him, which he dropped recently. He brought the Klefki. Beware, we hadn't seen in a couple weeks. Crowback came. Gator and the Skarmory came. Now Zach led in, leaning right into his ice with the Ninetales and the Registeel. Followed up with his Slowbee Bros, the Vivotic, the Sandslash, the Muck, and the Slowbro. Like all of his bulky ass team. This team's quite honestly not even really fair. Like it's kind of a broken team.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We can watch the match. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, we're off. Jay versus Zach. It's a good match though.
How can y'all say fuck Slowbro?
Slowbro's fucked over a lot of people this season, alright?
I'm just saying, don't underestimate the bro.
Nobody's underestimating him anymore, I don't think. That's the problem. That's not the problem here.
Whatever happened to Robot Jones?
So, Snow Warning comes out with the Robot Jones. Not quite sure how to be a human, but he's gonna learn, with his human friends and Rubik's Cubes.
What about J5? J5 was still. What? Jenny,
yeah, that was the girl that was hot, right? Oh, no, you're talking about My Life as the Teenage Robot.
Wow. So the robot that was hot. Okay.
Yeah, Jenny was hot, dude.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to say that Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot was hot.
I mean,
she had robotic pigtails, dude.
Fair.
So anyway, the hail damages people. Angie uses Protect. I wonder what the name of that's for. It's probably a witch.
I don't want to see it.
Would you do Aurorvale? Oh. Yep. It makes the team stronger against physical and special moves.
Against every move.
It's just a really broken move.
Yep.
Oh, the toxic just
I'm just trying to eat away at that life. But she wasn't letting me.
She protected you.
She used protection.
S-Death is going to withdraw.
Victory right, blue.
See? You just got to add a ado at the end of
your case, ladies and gentlemen.
Every
you
other
want to
word.
speak Japanese?
Oh,
Tell me. What do you do at the end of every sentence?
Bakua.
Look at all this status. Like, look at all this status that went around. She tried to Thunder Wave the Vikavolt. Vikavolt's electric, so you can't.
Is that? Yeah, that was a clutch switch.
And then Toxic hit the fucking Miss Maggie's.
And burn, yeah. That was good.
Everybody got hit with a little bit of everything.
You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Pokemon.
You get a status, and you get a status. Everybody gets a status.
Will just unfortunately always gets sleep.
Slept on.
Ouch.
Double protected. I pulled that out on a Smash Bros thing one time, and it wasn't with one of my friends. I was commentating with some random dude, and he was like, "That's kind of racist." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Smash it, brothers."
Like, listen, man, you're gonna have to grow a pair if you want to commentate with me, because right now.
Yeah.
I make a lot of jokes, dude. I was making jokes about like there's this player called Gimp Leader. I was like, yeah, not like Gimp like Pulp Fiction Gimp, like Gimp. And then I went on to like explain about Pulp Fiction. You don't remember the Pulp Fiction Gimp, man? Like, and we're like live on stream.
The dude's just sitting there laughing.
So real talk, I love how I'm using a Hail team, and Ian has like the Charlie Brown's Christmas song going in the background.
Anyway, that burn or mystical fire didn't do shit.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
That is one bulky fucking bug.
Oof. Discharge. I really like Vivoltech. That was actually my first shiny in Sun and Moon. And I caught it while looking for it. Like I was looking for the Charge-a-Bug or whatever it was, the base form. And fucking it just happened to show up shiny and I was just like,
Yo, like, Vikavolt, no lie, has been putting in a lot of work for me. I wasn't expecting much, but it has been putting work in.
Vivoltech, I was gonna pick him if you didn't, so.
Fair.
I'm just gonna give you some music. How about that? Can I give you some music?
You can send me some if you want.
I've got a whole playlist that you can choose. You can just choose.
It's like,
Do you want the playlist?
Kanye West 808 High Breaks!
What is wrong with
Pretty funny
808s?
fair now. Like, literally every Pokemon blocks a fucking Discharge. There was not a
Three-way protect.
Oh yeah.
You
You heard that, Ash?
That sounds like a really good condom.
Three-way protect.
Three-way protect. Trojan!
Kiss the bracelet!
Oh yeah, 'cause it is like, listen, I'm gonna disguise this penis as a safe penis, but then lots of my soldiers are gonna pop out of this penis, and you're gonna get pregnant.
Bro, we said it in the name. Like, come on. That's why there's a 99%.
This is a late night stream.
Shush.
Dude, you sent me Rainy Days? Oh no, I sent that to somebody else. What did you send me? Here we go. I was clicking on the wrong thing. I'm gonna go pause mine, see what Steven's got to offer. It's probably all trademarked, but...
No, it's not. Go down. Scroll down to the bottom and move up.
What?
Scroll down to the bottom and move up.
Scroll down
Scroll
to
to
the
the
bottom.
That's a good one, too. Now you can shoot. Yeah, just go from there. Just go from bottom up.
Fanware! Popa Gangnam Style.
And this Pokemon fucked right here.
I don't like it.
This just
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Hold on. How about do Seaside theme?
Where's this?
Up, where it says Seaside and then theme. Up. Pure Imagination you might like. You've already passed it. Wallflower font. Wallflower
How
font.
did I pass it?
Up.
Talk about shit, Zach.
Down.
What?
Down. You're making it more confusing than it is. Just keep going. Go all the way down. That's not all the way.
We're having technical difficulties over here.
No.
Labyrinth dubstep.
You might like it.
I used to have that as a ringtone.
That's the one I
It's
sent you.
probably not the same one. Nah, fuck it. Your music is killing me!
No, it's not. Shut up.
Online shopping? I think we were doing alright.
Hey,
On music.
I just offered you some ads. That's all.
Oh, watch your laptop there.
Alright, so we got Feraligatr over here. And Feraligatr is gonna try and give Slowbro the business over here. But we got this Warveil, kind of blocks all business.
All business is blocked. None of that funniness. Story screaming. Make sure you sign out of Discord on my phone.
Oh, yeah. Me and the cat were cool, man.
I wasn't cool with it. Watch the end of Iron Blooded Orphans is sad.
Yeah.
It's real sad. Oh, you know what I'm gonna listen to, bro? Party at my parents' house.
God dang it.
Right, babe?
That hook is just so catchy.
Who am I kidding? That hook is so fire.
We got Bruce Wayne over here.
So that's dope.
Dude, I already had that on.
I know. I'm just saying it was dope.
Okay, I'll switch back to it.
God, but I can't. I always hear the after effects of it.
What the hell are you guys doing?
We're talking about music. You don't party at my parents' house. Starscream gets hit with the recoil. Subra still alive, not dead somehow. Fuck slow, bro.
No, this is clutch. Watch what happens here.
Oh, is it a Z move? Oh, is it
Is it an A shirt? Is it a B shirt?
He gets hit by the hail, activating his barrier.
Dude, I did that one time. I did that one time with Ribbon-B. I like protected, and then I didn't get hit by the move, but then I got hit by hail, and it was just enough to activate the berry.
Yeah, that was so clutch. So clutch.
Rock Slide does not kill Bruce Wayne, so Batman lives, but Damian Wayne goes down. Oh no! Damian Wayne survived!
Just enough to stand slash.
Psychic. Hail stops. Z move from Crobat.
Yeah.
Crobat activates the Z power and it poses, thusly activating Acid Downpour.
I think this is actually a Z move we haven't actually seen yet in the league.
Possible. Oh, I had planned it for you though, because I had Poison Fangs equipped with Poisonium Z, so I had originally planned on using it on you, but I didn't end up doing it because I got swept.
Yeah, you got 6-0. Yeah.
Oh well. I think that only one person lost to Jalen though. Who was that?
My memory.
I forget who that was.
My memory fades. I don't remember. I don't recall this match ever
I
happening.
think it was you.
Nah, it couldn't be me. I was like first seeded. I was like number one.
Isn't that why you're second right now?
That was the technical difficulty. Jordan miscalculated.
So Cuddles comes in. The red panda bear. Yeah, we're still streaming. The panda bear can't do it. Zach activates. Stop talking. Zach activates C move. Now you can talk.
Yeah. Anyway, we switch out Slowbro. We get the regenerator to increase his HP so I can solidify my win.
Sub-Zero Slammer almost kills Cuddles. Cuddles uses return because he's a big fan of Jay, but it's just not enough love.
Yeah.
His love just isn't enough. And Supra comes back out late to the draw again, but ready to issue the KO. Still under Aurora Veil, presumably?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's it for Cuddles. That solidifies Zach's win 4-0. Good.
Jay, I'm sorry.
Good game. Good game.
We're still friends. I love you, Jay.
Alright, while we're here, we can do one doubles teams. Anybody want to doubles teams? Let me see if anybody wants to doubles teams in the league. There's only one viewer, so.
Damn. And so do League Falls.
Boo! I'll team up with you, Jay.
Whoa. Jay doesn't want to team up with me?